touchdown. Still standing. Never did get him down.
And look at the Washington bench on the sidelines. They are going completely bonkers. Look at Pardee. You're right, Coach. Everybody maintained their cool.
Riggins touchdown.
A power run. Malone leading the way. Blast Dennis Thurman right out of the hole.
Clarence Harmon, a key block up in front of him. Jeff Williams, also a good block. Moseley adds the extra point, and the Redskins go back in front 27-21 over Dallas. 10:18 left to play. What a contest this is. What's your story?
Oh.
27-21, the Redskins over the Cowboys with 10 minutes and 18 seconds left to play. Wade Manning is the deep man for Dallas. Mark Moseley set to kick off for Washington. He hit a high, long one last time.
A 5-second hang time on the last one. Oh, this is bigger than that one.
Does again. Manning fumbles, bobbles, and then comes out. That might have been a mistake, but maybe not. To the 20. Monty Coleman on the tackle. Don't forget, following football, 60 minutes. Here's, we told you earlier, in case you joined us in progress, a giant American chemical company was told by one of its own executives that it was slowly contaminating water wells adjoining the plant. The story on 60 Minutes is, did the company do anything about it? First down, Dallas. Doug Cosby and Billy Joe Dupree, and the Dallas offensive setup at the moment. Both are tight ends, of course. Staubach gives to Ron Springs, and Springs is hit after about a yard. Olkowitz on the tackle. Seattle 29-17 over Oakland.
Another big tackle by that young linebacker. Roger has got to put together an extended drive, tack up a touchdown. 2 field goals would get you a tie, and of course if these two teams would tie after overtime and Philadelphia would beat Houston, then the Eagles would win the championship. Is that true?
That is correct. And the Eagles would also have next week off. Staubach looking and found Billy Joe Dupree, who is hurled back by Tony Peters. Not nearly enough for a first down.
Seldom thrown to Billy Joe Dupree, and some people around the league think that this man is about as dangerous a tight end in the middle where he catches this one as anybody in the game, but he hasn't been called much for the passes.
3rd and 2 situation for Dallas, and a crucial one at that, as the clock now shows less than 9 minutes left to play. Preston Pearson and Jay Salvey both in the game. Drew Pearson and Salvey split out wide to the left, Tony Hill to the right. Back from the shotgun, the Redskins do not appear to be thinking blitz, and they don't. Staubach does not get the first down. Put his head down. Apparently thought he had a big enough hole to get it, but couldn't. Carl Lorch cut him off.
Roger having some trouble. Last series he was intercepted. This time he decides rather than take a chance, he'll run for it. Well, watch this bunch react. Closed it right off. That's Carl Lorch making the tackle, and Butts was there too.
So it's a 4th down now. Danny White comes in. 4th and 1. Bobby Hammond back deep. Well, Washington Redskins.
He has run and he has passed before, but
again, there's confusion on the Dallas special teams as to how many men they should have on the field. Danny White hits the high sparrow that Bobby Hammond will fair catch with Benny Barnes right in front of him. And the Redskins will take over after a 41-yard punt by Danny White at their own 31-yard line. 7 minutes, 52 seconds left to play. The Redskins lead by 6 points. Redskins 27, the Cowboys 21.
Turnovers, Dallas 3 turnovers. The Redskins, none.
1st and 10, Washington at their own 31. Riggins. And Big John slants off the right side for about 3 or 4. Mike Hegman on the bottom of the pile is the first Cowboy to hit him.
Frustration now. Defense says we got to beat on some backs and make somebody cough the ball up. Malone doesn't fumble. Riggins doesn't fumble. Theismann's being very careful.
No turnover.
To get it.
As you said, Riggins 17 carries, 74 yards. And they've been tough yards for Riggins. Joe Theismann has called and executed a very intelligent, aggressive game. The Redskins lead 27-21. Draw play Riggins. Trying to get outside and will and does break tackles, and Riggins might be gone. Riggins is gone. John Riggins, 66 yards and a Redskin touchdown.
And the whole bench comes off now. The Washington team is in the Dallas end zone. The longest run of the year for Riggins. 33 yards was his longest carry.
Riggins run again.
Off the right side. Let's see what happens. Williams blocks on Dutton. Hegman's caught inside. Right there, Cliff Harris did not make the tackle. He's made a million in his time. He missed that one. And Thurman really makes it a run. Shows you how fast that 225-pounder is.
Riggins kept his balance, and there he is, carrying that football. Good block by Benny Malone as Moseley hits. Riggins now has 140 yards and 18 carries, and look at Joe Theismann. Think he's not happy about this situation. Washington 34, Dallas 21. John Riggins has just quieted Texas Stadium with that 66-yard touchdown run, and there he is.
They had a chance to stampede, and the Skins stayed together on the road, too.
Wade Manning again will be deep for Dallas. And again, Moseley hits one of those funny little kickoffs. This will be Ron Springs that returns this one, and Springs gets around the outside, but there are 3 members of the Wild Bunch to take him out of bounds. Let's look at the touchdown again.
Okay, let's take a look at it. It's the draw play that comes out of this. Saul takes on Larry Cole. Stark cuts off the middle linebacker, Brunick. Williams goes on Dutton. Hegman gets caught inside, much the way what he did against Earl Campbell early in the year on Thanksgiving, and Cliff Harris simply missed the tackle. Who was that other block there?
That other block was by Benny Malone on Benny Barnes. And Riggins took advantage of cutting back inside that. And Dallas has a first down at their own 20. And now it's the Redskins 34, Dallas 21. Staubach is going to have to throw on just about every play, and Springs is hit as soon as he catches it. That should be Lavender, shouldn't it? Wysocki is the first man out of there. CBS Sports Spectacular next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Super Skates, the Pacific Synchronized Swimming Championships, and a report on Too Tall Jones and his fighting career and the developments.
A year ago, Pardee's team left this town on Thanksgiving night, demoralized and lost 5 straight games. And this season they've come back, and they are really a good, hot group of football players.
Nobody gave them a chance in the beginning of the year to do much. 500 at best. Now it looks like they're going to be the champion. Tony Hill, and it's almost picked off by Lavender. Lavender, the good, tight, close coverage on Tony Hill. New Orleans and Los Angeles. The Saints 27-14 over the Rams in the 4th quarter.
5:54. That's not a lot of time when you're looking at a 34-21 deficit. And Dallas had a very physical game in Philadelphia a week ago Saturday.
Roger Staubach is just 4 out of 10. 26-20 out of the afternoon. Philadelphia still leading Houston. A big 3rd down facing Dallas now. And the shotgun, Staubach comes out. Ducks under 1 tackler. It's Joe Jones that chases him. And the Redskins are looking better all the time. 3rd sack on Staubach today.
And the 7th one by Joe Jones, and he just goes in on passing situations. There's Dyron Talbot. There's Jones.
Redskins won 34-20 up at RFK Stadium. They're winning 34-21 at Texas Stadium. About to accomplish something that no other team has done in regular season in the 70s. Andy White roots it out of the end zone. It'll be Bobby Hammond fair catching at the 48 in Dallas territory. 39-yard kick by White. And the Washington offensive unit now comes on with a lot of confidence. 5:21 left to play in the game. Redskins leading the Cowboys by 13. Redskin first down, and they give again to Riggins. And again, Riggins slants off the right side and picks up good yardage. Bob Bruning was the first Dallas Cowboy to make contact with Riggins, but he still got about 5.
In that third period, there was one series where the defensive line of scrimmage was sort of gobbled up by the Redskins, and they changed all that momentum. And it sort of carried over to the offense, and of course, this man sees his team facing an uphill battle of all time for him.
And perhaps a rematch in Philadelphia next week with the Eagles. Seattle 29, Oakland 24. Raiders not dead yet. Clock running at Texas Stadium with the Redskins leading Dallas 34-21. This time cuts back inside, fumbles, and the Cowboys have it, or had it. They fumbled again and again, and I don't know who's got it.
Cowboys had it at least once, but the Skins may have gotten it back.
Looked like Brunig had a chance, and they stood him on his head, and the ball came loose again, and we shall see. Redskins got it back.
Riggins trying to protect the ball and himself. Watch this scramble for it.
Cliff Harris had the ball for a minute. I saw the 3. I thought it was Bruni. He lost it. Kyle had a chance. And the ball winds up back in the possession of the Redskins. It's already been indicated by referee Bob Frederick.
They're still fighting for it down there.
Edie Lewis. Ron Saul made the recovery. Edie Lewis still on his back. And now up. And the clock again begins to tick. 4:15 for now 4:15. Theismann will take as long as he possibly can in a huddle.
That ball hits the ground. The Redskins think it's theirs.
So far, that has been a true story. 8 seconds left on the 30 seconds clock. Clarence Harmon, Mike Forte, and this is Harmon. Fumble again. This time Dallas does have it. And the clock, of course, would stop on that change of possession with 3:49 left to play. Randy White made the recovery. Not over yet.
I think Randy White may have made the contact. Let's see where it is. Looking right down the line, double team. Randy White gets knocked on the ground, and the ball comes home.
Guy Brown, I believe, is the man who hit it and knocked it loose. Staubach, the offensive unit, quickly out of the huddle for Dallas. Preston Pearson and Jay Salvey both in the game as they operate the shotgun. Both teams with all of their timeout contingent remaining. Staubach throws, complete. It'll be a first down at the Redskin 45. Butch Johnson made the reception.
Redskins a little confused that time and may have had the wrong personnel on the field. Didn't get burned too badly. Here's the play. Butch Johnson gets inside that chuck that was trying to just curls it in. Perfect throw. Cowboys need a lot of points.
Lavender up on the tackle. Again, it's shotgun. Clock running now. Here's the blitz. Staubach stays in. Tony Hill. A double juke didn't work. Again, it's Lavender. Lavender on the coverage, but it'll be another Dallas first down at the 26-yard line of Washington. 18 yards on that pass completion.
Roger Staubach's got pretty cool nerves. He stayed right in there against the blitz and threw a perfect strike that time. Pressure from the offside by Colvin. Good tackle by Lavender.
Tony Hill gave him his best. Lavender hung right with it. 2.5 minutes now left to play in the game. Staubach operating from the shotgun. They fake the blitz. They don't. He stays. He throws. Springs. Touchdown, Dallas.
There are no flags on the deck. Perfect strikes by Roger Staubach. And still 2:20 on the clock.
Springs.
What an effort.
Hit by Waddy. And leg strength exhibited by Ron Springs. You think this is not a big extra point? Rafael. But good. And it's 34-28. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to play.
From the shotgun. Perfect throw. Boy, you're right. Leg drive.
By the way, immediately following football, 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety at the regular time. Ecology
tonight, huh?
Except on the West Coast, where it'll be seen at the regular time.
Talk about illegal dumping, perhaps, by chemical companies?
That seems to be the subject we'll be investigating tonight on 60 Minutes. Again, immediately following football, you'll see it 60 Minutes in its entirety. You'll see it at its regular time in its entirety on the West Coast.
All right, Patrick, at 2:20 now, do you onside kick it or do you kick it deep as you can?
I think with a situation like this, with the leg that Mark Moseley has, you kick it as deep as you can. Because if they recover, they're almost in his range right now. He kicks away. Bobby Hammond coming over to the sideline to chase it down. And steps out of bounds. Clock stopped with 2:14 left to play. 34-28. Washington over Dallas. Very cold in Dallas, and a lot of the fans had departed, but those who have stayed have come alive.
Remember, we have a substitute center in as Kuzil is out, and Ted Fritsch is in, number 66. Every handoff, every snap, very important now.
Crowd chanting defense now. That's a final score. The Saints 29, Los Angeles 14. Now the clock will start. Theismann wastes no time, goes right out. Drops the ball, a fumble. Incomplete pass. Danny Buggs had it, dropped it, fell on it. It looked like a fumble, but they called it incomplete.
How about a lateral? It was awfully close.
How about that call? Jack Pardee. The Redskin coach has done a marvelous job no matter what the outcome of this game is. Those of you who watched Los Angeles and New Orleans, welcome to Texas Stadium, where the score here is the Washington Redskins 34, the Cowboys 28. Washington led at 1.17-0. Dallas took the lead 21-17. The Redskins came back. They led 34-21, and now it's 34-28. Theismann gives to Riggins. Riggins bowls out for about 8 yards. Randy White came and hit him. That's the final score, 29-24.
2-minute clock now will actually serve as a timeout and help Dallas, I guess. They'll keep theirs in their pocket.
And they have all three. 2 minutes left. Well, when it's for the championship, You expect it to good when they're playing for the whole bunch, don't you?
Riggins has 153 yards rushing. Do that against Dallas, your name goes forever down here in one of these saloons. They don't forget.
With all that's going on here, that loss by Oakland eliminates them from the playoff picture now.
This is about a long yard to go on this third down. A very dangerous defensive line of scrimmage, but you've got to put everybody you can right on there and stack it.
The scoreboard says 3rd and 2. It doesn't look like they quite need 2 to get a first down. Theismann, don't forget, many times in situations like this, has utilized his own athletic ability and kept it on the rollout. He has Riggins. It looked like Malone might have been in motion, but he just took off the ball and they stopped Riggins.
Larry Cole. What a play. What a tackle by number 63. Watch this effort by number 63 on a great running back.
Dallas has used a timeout. Here's Cole.
Fritz tried to cut him off the offensive center, and the old man came to play. Ho, ho, ho.
And what a play. Not over yet. I see it. Wilson at the 25-yard line. Dallas used one of their timeouts, a 45-yard punt by Bragg. The Cowboys have the ball at their own 25.
Short passes and trick plays. If you've got a certain play that will get you about 20 and get you out of bounds, you're going to see it in this drive.
You will see everything they have, I am sure, in this drive here.
An option pass, perhaps. We'll look for anything, right?
They operate, first of all, from the shotgun on 1st and 10. Staubach asking for quiet as he lines up deep. Watch that pass protection. He steps up inside, throws outside. Tony Hill, what a play. Clock still running. The ball was deflected. Hill came back and got it. It is wild as the Cowboys quickly get up on the line of scrimmage, and Staubach quickly throws out of bounds to stop the clock, and it slipped out of his hand. He was hit just as he let it go. Joe Lavender on the coverage, and if he had been looking, it might have been an interception.
You're supposed to waste that pitch. Look at the look that Tom Landry's given his quarterback.
Here it is.
This is the one they'll let you have. The Zebras will let you throw the ball out of bounds. They allow the quarterback to do that and stop it. But this one is low and behind Bird Lavender at the corner.
Looked like it slipped out of the hand of Staubach. Again, I remind you that 60 minutes will be seen after this game is over in its entirety. It'll be seen at its regular time, of course, in its entirety on the West Coast. Injured Redskin player is number 79, I believe.
Coy Bacon, is it?
Coy Bacon, yes. Who is and has been their best pass rusher, yelling at somebody in the Dallas offensive huddle.
Donovan has been battling Coy Bacon. There are 2 Pro Bowlers battling on the line of scrimmage.
And Carl Lorch moves in to take his place. Joe Jones stays at left defensive end.
You got to think about Tony Hill's capabilities and wonder if Drew Pearson is 100%. Let's see if Drew's in. I see Preston in there.
Here comes Brooks Johnson splitting wide to the right. Jay Salvey inside him. Preston Pearson in the game. Springs in the game. And Tony Hill wide to the left. Redskins again with a 4-man rush, and the pressure is on Staubach. He ducks under it. Throws for Preston Pearson. He has it at the 33. They had Staubach and couldn't take him down. I think it surprised him as much as anybody else. 22 yards, the Dallas timeout.
I think it's Perry Brooks, number 69. Let's see where the pressure comes from. under it. It is Brooks. Now a move to the left. Roger throwing strikes now and having to run to get it off.
We have Preston Pearson in single.
Fakes outside, cuts back in right behind the rookie linebacker Coleman. Calls for the catch.
Ray Waddy on the coverage carry. Brooks had a full shot at Staubach, and he ducked under it. Rogers 22 of 38 for 300 yards.
And with 1:07 left, still needs a touchdown. Field goal won't do any good.
A wild card game next week, next Sunday. Pre-game at 12 noon in Philadelphia.
This is some vote being taken right here on the sidelines.
I'll tell you. First down, Dallas. They're at the Redskin 33. 1:07 left to play. Washington leads by 6.
In a long time. 1:07, you can take your time now on any pattern you want. A crossing pattern all the way across.
One timeout left for Dallas. Shotgun formation. Low snap. Staubach scoops it up. Protection good. It's for Tony Hill. It's over his head. Ray Waddy and Joe Lavender back on the coverage. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Still over a minute left to play. Minute 1.
Defense, you're really checking the clock. You don't have any choice on offense. You need a touchdown and an extra point.
Really is unimportant, but Washington used a timeout earlier, so they only have 2 left. Dallas has 1.
Got to be careful about interference. That would be a caution if you're going in that secondary. Don't climb on anybody's back.
Got to be careful almost everywhere out there now as the 30-second clock now becomes a factor. Down to 5 seconds. They'll snap it soon. They just beat the clock. Staubach throwing. Pearson has it. Inside the 5 to the 7. Ray Waddy on the timeout.
Timeout's been called by the coach. Roger Staubach has never thrown any better strikes than he has in this 4th period. Pass protection. Pretty good. Great catch by Preston Pearson.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It'll be 1st and goal, Dallas at the 8. And watch him stand in there.
They kept the pocket clean and allowed him the time.
It looked like Dallas had taken complete charge. It looked like Washington had things under control first when they led 17-0. Then Dallas came back, and it appeared the game belonged to them. And then the Redskins regrouped and roared back. And now it's Dallas working.
And the experience factor is very important on both sides. Pearson's been with what? 3 different teams that have been in the Super Bowl. Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Dallas.
He is the oldest running back in the NFL. Preston Pearson scored 1 touchdown. He's made a couple of clutch catches in addition to that.
Long way to go, though. That's not easy down there.
Dallas is going to take, it appears, full advantage of that entire timeout. Bob Frederick now says start it.
Pearson's out, and Ron Springs is in.
Jack Pardee. Wow. Talk about pressure. Springs goes out, and Preston Pearson comes in and lines up behind Staubach. They operate from the shotgun, 45 seconds left to play. Staubach looking, throwing. Tony Hill has it knocked away. Ray Waddy on the coverage. Hill was the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 8.
Everybody gasped in the stadium. I've never seen so many people coming in and out. Some of them have come back and forth twice.
It is no wonder that they wind up with not enough or too many people on the field from time to time. Wilson now goes out. And I think they have the correct contingent there on 2nd down and goal from the 8.
They've got 11.
Staubach lines up under center this time with Springs and Pearson behind him. He throws. Tony Hill got it. Touchdown, Dallas.
And now the extra point.
Don't forget what's coming. And don't forget either that Washington still has 2 timeouts left.
Look at this Dallas team in the other end zone now. Nobody wants to go to Philadelphia.
But you gotta go.
Septien has missed 5 extra points this year.
It will be Danny White holding Rafael Septien with an extra point that could mean the championship. I saw Tampa Bay lose a game like this earlier in the year. Septien is good.
What a drive. What a drive by the Dallas Cowboys to get the touch. You go to the skill positions, and Dallas has them here.
That was Lamar Parrish. Robert Stinner, thank you for this one. You too, Sandy.
But the game is not over, and 39 seconds is a long time.
Don't forget that the Redskins still have 39 seconds and 2 timeouts left. And all they need is to get Moseley in range. It is not over yet. A wild card next week. Next Sunday, the pregame show at 12 noon from Philadelphia.
Staubach in the 4th period threw the football as well as he's ever thrown it in his life.
And also, give credit, Tom, to that Dallas offensive line. He had time to throw. Here's Septien. A high, deep kick. Chases Hammond back to the goal line. And Bobby Hammond streaks to the outside, is down at the 25, where the Redskins will take over. They have 2 timeouts left. It looked as if the game was in the bag for Washington. You look at that frantic bench at the moment. Theismann will, of course, be the quarterback.
What a job. What a job the Skins have done with this team.
Mark Moseley, loosening up behind the bench, knows what might be facing him. Redskin kicker get hit from 50 yards. Those of you who watch Philadelphia beat Houston, welcome to a wild one at Texas Stadium. Outside is Harmon. Penalty marker goes down. Harmon does not quite get back to the line of scrimmage, I don't believe.
Will it be offensive holding?
Mike Hegman made the tackle. I started to say before that play began, those of you who watched the Eagles defeat the Houston Oilers, Texas Stadium has seen some scene this afternoon. Tom Brookshire and Pat Summerall here. Dallas trailed 34-21. It looked like the Redskins had it wrapped up. They have roared back with 2 touchdowns, and they lead by 1 now.
Offensive holding, number 73, first down.
Jeff Williams. I have never seen a game shift back and forth as swiftly as this contest.
I don't think I have either. Washington still has their 2 timeouts left. John McDaniel out wide to the left. Harvey Martin chases Theismann and knocks him down and causes him to underthrow. 22 seconds left on the clock. clock.
A big outside rush. Let's see where it comes from. Randy White stunning up the middle. Harvey Martin comes back behind it and reaches around and gets him by the shoulder pads.
Theismann again operates on second down and 20. He drops, and again Harvey Martin chases and forces. Pass almost picked off by Cliff Harris. Intended for the tight end Don Warren. 16 seconds left to play down. Watch the defensive rush.
Just lay your ears back and go get it. Harvey Martin taking the inside. Randy White being hit. Thornton hitting just as Theismann got rid of it.
While we have a second, Roger Staubach threw 42 times. Completed 24 for 333 yards. Tony Hill caught 8. Springs caught 6. Preston Pearson caught 4. 3 wide receivers on the right side for Washington. Theismann throws back across field. He's got his tight end open. And a penalty marker goes down. It's Aaron Mitchell who lost sight of the ball.
And 9 seconds are still left on the clock. Here's the play. Watch how close Harvey Martin comes to making the sack, but somehow gets picked off. Against the grain, and face guarding will be the call.
Touchdown!
And don't forget Mark Moseley. 33 yards, that penalty cost. Moseley waiting. Hopes he is warm enough. They need to get about a first down to get him within range, and they have timeouts left to do it with.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this. I can't take a lot of this.
I don't think they take a chance on a running play. Maybe it's a draw and a quick timeout.
Gotta throw it.
Gotta throw, I think. Theismann on a sprint out. Does throw.
Oh.
Overthrows. Even Moseley can't get it there from here, but that stops the clock with 5 seconds.
Good coverage by Guy Brown, the big linebacker. The Dallas people are still taking notes on the sidelines. Has Theismann been cool?
Throughout. 35-34 Dallas. The intended receiver was John McDaniel on that last play. Mark Moseley with his wild bunch towel tucked into his pants. Theismann is his holder. Theismann is his leader, and he's the quarterback at the moment.
Moseley has made a field goal from the 53-yard line.
That's his longest of this year. Theismann throws. He's got at the 41. Game is over. Game is over. They use the 5 seconds. The game is over. A completed pass. Wait a minute. The scoreboard clock says the game is over. It may not be. They may have 1 second left to play.
There are a lot of people down walking around on the field that are not players.
The argument still goes on. The scoreboard clock showed that the game was over, and it is. Dallas 35. Washington 34. Pass was complete. The Redskin tight end Don Warren down at the 40. It would have been an almost impossible effort for Moseley, but they could have tried it. I'm sure they would have. Here's the clock again. Let's see. Theismann throws. Pass is complete. He is down. Clarence Harmon is asking for timeout, but that's not his responsibility, is it?
I think the Redskins got an argument.
Clock ran out. Landry. That expression is still never changed, and Dallas is the NFC's Eastern Division champion. A stirring comeback, 35-34 over the Washington Redskins. So from an out-of-breath and wild Texas Stadium at Fort Town, Brookshire, this is Pat Summerall saying good night. The NFL on CBS is a presentation of CBS Sports.